여러분 안녕하세요. 많이 subscribers English teaching 원해요 많이 했어요. 그래서 제 주방 룸으로 소개해 드릴게요. So if you watch this video, you'll know all of the kitchen terms you need to know for conversation. If you have a conversation about the kitchen. 그럼 시작해 볼까요? 첫 번째로 magic place, fridge, 아니면 refrigerator. Well, technically it is a fridge, but in English you have to be specific because if you say put this ice in the fridge, well, people of course common sense you're gonna assume it's a freezer, but like I said, this is the freezer. It's not a fridge. There's a freezer in the fridge, but if you want to be clear in English. This is a fridge, and this is the freezer. So the whole appliance is called a refrigerator, but you have to be specific. This is the freezer, and this is the fridge. To make it easier to understand, the fridge has a freezer. Okay, 이때 봐. This one, coffee machine. Coffee 아니면 coffee maker 아니면 Nespresso. If it's an espresso, you say Nespresso. If it's a Keurig, you usually say Keurig. But anyway, it's coffee maker. You make coffee. 하세요. Make. Coffee maker. This one is kettle. You guys in Korea, I think you usually have a kettle, but not every American house is gonna have this. Just boil the water. But you guys like what, tea? In America, it's hit or miss. You'll have it or you won't. It's if someone really likes tea, then they'll probably have it.
Oh.
I never had one in my house. At all the houses I've lived in with my family and by myself and my friends, they don't have this. You can call it a kettle. Kettle. Kettle spelled K-E-T-T-L-E, but don't pronounce it kettle. It's kettle. Sorry. Kettle. English words. If it's a double T, usually you're not gonna say T. Sorry, you're gonna say D. 그다음에 we have this hot pad. Hot pad. If something really hot, I don't want to mess up my counter, so I do like that. Protection. Hot pad. Then potato peeler. 참 좀 컸디에요. I think most people would call it a potato peeler. I guess because that's what you would think the main purpose of this would be. But as you know, you can peel many things with this. Carrots, cucumbers, like anything. So call it a potato peeler. But if you call it potato peeler, everyone is going to know what you're talking about. I'll say potato peeler. Yeah, really disrespectful to this item because it can do many things, but I only call it potato peeler. 미안합니다. 그다음에 American best friend. 뭐니? Butter입니다. Butter? 아니에요. Butter.
But many Korean usually call that one is butter.
Okay, butter. If you say that, very likely people are going to misunderstand you. Native English speakers, if you're in America, well, maybe in the UK, they'll understand you. They will. They call it themselves that. Butter, would you like some butter? Safer to pronounce it as butter. As I said earlier with the kettle, it's not butter, it's butter. More naturally, you would say butter. Butter. It's B-U-T-T-E-R. K-E-T-T-L-E. No, people don't call it a kettle. We call it kettle. Kettle. Sorry. Kettle. Butter. Naturally, you'd say butter. Butter. Then we have stove. Stove.
But these days they call highlight.
I've never heard anyone call it a highlight. But this says highlight. I don't even know what that means. Why highlight? Highlight means to like magnify something. Highlighter. And this is the oven. This is a stove and this is an oven. No. Whoa. My brain switched. Okay, everyone. Brain switch. This is the stove and this is the oven.
But these days, many oven has 전자레인지 function also.
Any of my houses or friends' houses in America, the oven and the microwave are totally separate. Inconvenient too, because if you bake something, now you have to wait a long time kind of to microwave something.
Yeah, but I think Korean normally don't bake a lot in house because our main food is rice, not like bread. That's why we just use together oven and microwave.
Oh, well, for Americans, it's super inconvenient. So, but for you guys, very convenient.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, different culture completely. We bake a lot and cook things in the oven quite a lot. So, in America, we have them separate, and that's more convenient for us. So, 전자레인지, 용어로 microwave. 자, this is the fan. I've only ever heard it called the fan. Turn on the oven fan or the fan. So if you hear that in terms of like when someone is cooking, just know it's this one. Fan. Turn on the fan. On there. 그다음에 we got the rice cooker. Cook my rice. I put rice and water in you and you cook it. So yeah, rice cooker. Every Korean house probably has a rice cooker. Even your guys' building structure has a literally a rice house. This is for rice cookers. I never seen that. Then cutting boards. 많이 써요, cutting board. 자, 토마 용어로 cutting board. Very useful, as you can see. It was been used many times. We need a new one. This is spatula, ladle, then wife's best friend, dishwasher. Good work. But I usually just wash the dishes with my hands because it's quicker. But yeah, so 주방세제, just soap. Then we got soap, dish soap, hand soap, dish soap, sponge.
Sponge? Not loofah?
No, loofah is for your body. Sponge is for the dishes.
I think we call 수세미.
Sesame?
수세미.
Sesame.
Yeah.
We call it sponge. And then you got the oven mitt. And yeah.
Oven what?
Oven mitt.
Oven mat.
Oven mitt.
Looks glove.
It's not an oven glove. It's an oven mitt. That's a good question though. It's same like gloves or mittens. Mittens don't have finger holes. Gloves have finger holes.
Ah, yeah.
So this is a mitt. Why it's not mitten? It should be named mitten, I think. Oven mitten. But everyone loves to shorten words. More convenient. Oven mitt. When something is almost about to burn in the oven, I don't have time to say mitten. I have to be quick and say, give me the oven mitt. And then we have every Korean oma best friend, scissors. You guys, Koreans love to cook and eat and grill with scissors. You'll find this in every kitchen, probably, in Korea. But in America, we usually cut with a knife only. We don't cut with scissors. Although I think it's much more convenient. But, oh yeah, we cut with a knife. That's why we have this. That's why our cutting board is super used, as you can see, because I'm American and I cut with a knife usually. Oh, cabinet.
Cabinet?
And depending on where you are in America, some people will call it cupboard. But usually, yeah, you'll hear cabinet. Cabinets. Cabinet. One cabinet. Cabinets. Then we got strainer. If you like to make pasta, you need this puppy right here. Strainer. something in here, the water is gonna strain out through the holes. Strain. Anyway, strainer. These holes are so small. So, strainer.
Looks comfy. We call this one is kitchen towel.
Oh, we call it a paper towel or tissue. Depends on the person. You might hear some people call it tissue, but usually people are going to call it a paper towel. It's a paper towel. 마지막으로 이거 보시고 뭐 될 것도 있어요. Chopsticks, tongs, knife, fork, spoon, can opener.
Can opener.
Can opener, yeah. Oh, whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Maybe it's called whisk because the sound it makes. Whisk, whisk, whisk.
Oh, makes sense.
Whisk, 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 whisk. Ding. With all of those words, you can do everything. You can talk about everything in the kitchen. And if you have a question, you ask me.